With my coverage of Battlefield 2042 so far, the updates have definitely been a major focus. It's just funny to laugh at from the outside, and from the inside, it's the biggest source of hopium for getting the game we all wanted. So why did it take me so long to get this video out on update 3.3? Well, it's because the update really confused me. See, I actually like to play the game when an update comes out. It's not really enough just to read out the patch notes, and honestly anyone can do that. Anyone can go on the DICE Twitter, go find the patch notes, read it out, and make your own opinion. That's not really hard to do. However, with DICE especially, it's not so rare for them to actually make changes that aren't on the patch notes. These are often called stealth patches or stealth changes, and in this video we're going to go over what's changed both officially and also some potential unofficial changes. Just before that though, we have a message from today's sponsor. So a lot of us spend a lot of time in front of screens. For me, my work and a good half of my hobbies are on the PC, so I'm definitely using one a lot. All these devices though, they can actually produce blue light which can damage your eyes, especially with enough exposure. Overexposing yourself has a bunch of common side effects. Stuff like eye strain, itchy eyes, headaches, trouble falling asleep, all that stuff can happen after spending too much time on your devices. I remember when 2042 first came out, I experienced a good few of these things after putting well too much time into the game. Luckily though, there is an easy solution. GMG performance glasses are what I'm using to filter out this blue light. Now I've found just by wearing my GMGs, I've noticed a lot less stress on my eyes, and because of that I can easily concentrate for longer during those long gaming sessions or just a long editing session as well. Now what I got on here are the GMG optimizers. These are my favorite ones, but there's also the GMG Aranos, which are just as good, same exact thing, just a different style. They both came in this nice little carry case here. It's all really high quality stuff, and speaking of the glasses, there's been zero quality concerns so far. They've been really good. Now if you want to grab a pair for yourself, GMG are actually doing their biggest sale that I've ever seen. It's 40% off for limited time only, so head down to the link in the description and give them a go. So yeah, you heard me right, there's official changes, and then there's some things that a lot of us have noticed that weren't mentioned at all in the patch, which wouldn't be too surprising from DICE. Starting what we know for sure though, here's what DICE have actually given us with update 3.3. Bear in mind there's an incredible amount of stuff here, given that it took them a couple months to put this one together. What you can expect is a scoreboard and the Steadfast exclusive Legendary bundle, but only if you purchase the Gold or Ultimate editions of the game. There's also a few fixes here and there, including some stuff for Hazard Zone, which I'm sure will satisfy the 4 remaining players on that mode. That's it though, that's pretty much it for the entire update as far as what they've actually mentioned officially. All I really care about here is the scoreboard, but to their credit they actually listened and they included deaths. Not the worst scoreboard, but not the best. Either way, I think they can leave it for now and focus on more pressing issues such as performance, vehicle balance, and map design. But what if I told you that some of that actually did make its way into the patch through a few sneaky changes? Stuff like vehicle balance and even improved performance a little bit. This is something that you guys should definitely weigh in on the comments below, but a lot of people I follow have reported a similar experience here. Specifically, I think this tweet by Trigger sums up what most of us have been noticing. It's also worth noting that there's thousands of hours of experience among the players who have actually mentioned these changes. The first one is the Nightbird changes. As for what is 100% confirmed, they have actually changed the minigun audio. Not sure why they did this, and it was mentioned nowhere in the patch notes. Additionally, when you fire the miniguns, they actually get stuck in an annoying sound loop. It's actually hilarious that they changed this without mentioning it anywhere, and then they introduced another bug. However, myself and a few of the other pilots I've talked to believe they've changed more than just the sound of the miniguns, and they've actually changed the spread as well. Specifically, it feels like the spread on the miniguns is definitely better, and the rockets do less damage as well, when the target is at the edge of the splash radius, that is. They still feel very effective when you're getting near direct hits, but you can't aim them as lazily as before. This closely aligns with what the others are feeling, and even as an infantryman, I feel like I can evade the rockets a little bit easier, and if I'm running away from a Nightbird and it's got a bit of a tricky angle with the rockets, I feel like it's not getting that kill on me just as much as it used to. If this is seriously what they did, then I actually have no idea why it wouldn't be mentioned in the patch notes. If DICE commissioned me to make an update to the Nightbird and balance it out, this is more or less exactly what I would do, except I would do it to a more noticeable level. I would go further with the rocket nerfs and go further with the minigun buffs. But if this is actually what they did, then it's pretty good, you know? This is more or less what we wanted. We just wanted it a little bit more noticeable than this. However, I just don't know why they wouldn't put it in the patch notes. Are they scared of all the salty heli pilots who will complain about the rockets being nerfed? I guess at the end of the day though, it's a really good change if they did actually make it, and they should just be proud of that and willing to put it in the patch notes so everyone understands it. A similar story seems to have taken place with the 30mm cannon and the jets though. It definitely feels like the 30mm have had their spread mostly reverted back to how they were at release. Again, not mentioned in the patch, and again, let us know if that's something you guys notice as well. I do remember when they first stealth nerfed the 30mm jet cannon though. It was when they nerfed the attack Kelly 30mm, and during that update my friend Reap said that the miniguns felt less accurate. And I couldn't really confirm it because at the same time the hit reg was also drastically improved. Given that they stealthily and maybe accidentally changed those weapons back then, maybe this stealth patch was reverting it back. Just another signature confusing situation from DICE, but if we do know one thing, stealth patches are nothing new for this company. The accident thing though, that seriously could have happened. I mentioned it to a dev and he said it was plausible that they actually got the cannons mixed up between the attack Kelly 30mm and the jet 30mm. The next change that's pretty much unofficially confirmed is a decrease in fall damage. This is another one that I noticed myself, and then I went and watched some streams later and I heard others mention the same thing. Pretty insignificant change, but it's something you'll notice here and there. Again, I'm not sure why this wasn't included in the patch notes. After picking up on a few things so far, it makes me think, what else have they changed, you know? I'm sure there's other stuff. If these things actually happened, there must be other things that we haven't even noticed yet. Now for the final two things, these are things that I didn't notice myself, but I heard others notice them. The first one is improved performance. Definitely couldn't notice anything there on my end. I can confirm that my PC is still being massively underutilized, and from what I've heard, many still do have performance issues. The other thing is something that I tested live on stream, and it was brought to attention by Enders, who's a pretty experienced player to say the least. What he might have noticed was a fire rate increase from using the drum mag on the AK-24. When I tested it myself, I couldn't tell a difference, but some people in my chat said that they could. They were even saying that I was blind for not being able to notice it, but perhaps they were trolling me because I could swear there was no difference at all. But all that said, definitely let me know if you notice any of the things I mentioned in this video, or if there's anything else. Definitely leave that in the comments below, and hopefully the next update brings us more to look forward to. But either way, these hidden changes have felt pretty good so far. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.